greatest country in the world, and it is worth fighting for. It is worth bleeding for, and if it takes it, it's worth dying for the greatest country that this world has ever seen.
It is Tuesday morning. Happy Tuesday, dear America family. Hope you guys are doing well. My name is Chad Prather, filling in for Graham Allen. We are hanging out here in what I call the cave. The other guys are wherever they are. I don't know what they call their place, but I'm having a good time here. And you guys are hanging out in the chat, and I'm glad you're here. So I want you guys, since you're there, to use those atrophied knuckles and start typing some stuff in the chat, float those American flags out there, and then go down below the video and click like. We got things to get into today, and you know that's what we do around here. Man, you know, I'm looking at this Supreme Court stuff, and I'm just frustrated. Like, I just will talk more about this decision that came out, which in the long run came out right, but still, we got a problem. And my disclaimer is, let me see if I can read this without any sarcasm whatsoever. You ready? I've prepared a statement for you guys. This perspective that women should not be in places of leadership is rooted in outdated and patriarchal beliefs that undermine the abilities and potential of women. It ignores the numerous successful women leaders who have made significant contributions in various fields. Women are just as capable of handling pressure, making tough decisions, and being assertive as men. The idea that femininity and emotions are weaknesses that disqualify women from positions of power is not only inaccurate but harmful. Emotional intelligence, empathy, and nurturing qualities are valuable traits that can enhance leadership effectiveness. Furthermore, focusing on superficial aspects like fashion choices or menstrual cycles perpetuates harmful stereotypes and undermines the credibility of women in leadership roles. Women are professionals who prioritize their responsibilities and perform their duties with dedication and competence. The notion that leadership is exclusively a man's job is a narrow-minded perspective that limits opportunities and creates barriers for gender equality. It is essential to challenge these biases and support diverse representation in leadership positions. In conclusion, women are more than capable of excelling in positions of power and leadership. It is time to embrace gender equality and recognize the value that women bring to decision-making, problem-solving, and creating positive change in society. Let's empower women to reach their full potential and break free from outdated stereotypes and gender norms. Sounds good, but then we're going to deal with the Supreme Court here in a little bit. Let me just tell you, I have some issues with the things that I just read, okay? And I prepared that statement just to keep me as a disclaimer right up front, out of trouble. And you know what? We'll have that discussion. I would love to hear from you in the chat. I know that all of you believe that women should rule the world, just run everything. But again, we're going to discuss the decision of the Supreme Court. Frustrating to me, folks. We're going to get into all of that and a whole lot more. We're going to have fun on today's episode. I don't care if you have fun or not. You know what? You could turn that frown upside down and choose to get happy. That's what you could do. The other thing you can do is you can protect your future with Birch Gold. You can take care of your retirement, folks, because with women running the world, you know what, guys? We can retire right now. We don't have to do anything. Go ahead and retire. But make sure you're prepared to do that with Birch Gold. Tariff wars, folks, recession fears, and stubborn inflation. No wonder gold has routinely been hitting all-time highs lately in volatile markets like right now. Don't sit on the sidelines with your head in the sand, folks. Take control. Safeguard your savings. That's why a whole lot of people, Americans today, are turning to Birch Gold Group. They have helped tens of thousands of people convert an existing IRA or 401k into an IRA in physical gold. And it's time that you hedge against inflation and economic instability with gold. You want to learn how to own physical gold in a tax-sheltered account? I want you to text a brand new word, DEAR. It says Graham on the thing. You can still do that. But Birch Gold sent us a message yesterday. They said use DEAR, DEAR. DEAR to 989898. You can still text Graham. They know where it's coming from. But DEAR, DEAR, it's a shorter word for you. Makes your retirement even easier. Birch Gold will send you a free, no obligation information kit. Again, text DEAR to the number 989898. They got an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau. Countless 5-star reviews. Birch Gold helps me. They protect my savings with gold. you can trust them too. It took us decades to get into the tangled mess that we're trying to unpack right now. We don't know how long it's going to take to get out of it and at what cost. So text DEAR to 989898 today. With everything that's happening in the economy, it feels like we're all walking around on shaky ground. They will help you at Birch Gold. Text DEAR to 989898. All right. Check them out. All right. Mexican Tony's in the house. What's up, baby? Yeah.
What up, everybody? Good
What's
morning.
going on? Yeah.
How is everybody today?
How you is, brother?
Me is good, sir. Me is good.
man.
I'm having a fabulous day. Just
You know,
chatting
women are in
with
charge.
chatting with the people online over here. Just having a little daily Punisher time over here.
Oh, Punisher is a trip, man.
he cracks me the heck up, man.
I'm assuming Punisher is a he. I don't want to misgender anyone.
I don't know, Punisher. Are you
mean,
a he?
listen,
Are you a she? Are you an it? What are you?
You
doing?
heard what I just said about women in charge. It could be a woman. We don't know. Women.
True.
We just let women have at it, dude. A man who has other strong opinions about women. Hot Seat Todd's here.
Yeah.
What's up, buddy?
Let me just be clear. Punisher is a he, and I have absolutely no doubt that it's an individual that's from my neck of the woods that refuses to reveal himself because he's a peckerwood. I'm
so funny.
100% sure. Yeah.
That's
No
so
doubt.
funny.
No doubt. How we doing, Chad?
Well, man, I there's a lot to get into today, and I'll tell you, there's some stuff going on, especially with these tariffs things, and people, like I said yesterday, people went from being COVID experts and infectious disease experts online to overnight becoming experts in macroeconomics, right? But it seems to me that when you play, when you play the strong game, it tends to work out better than when you play the weak game. When you try to be everything to everybody and you water everything down, and that we had that for the last 4 years, right? Under the Biden administration, we were literally bullied. There were no consequences for anything. We were literally bullied, and Trump comes in here. And when you see strong alpha leadership that just comes in and just starts smacking people around. And I told my mother on the phone yesterday, she said, "You still believe in Trump?" She's my mom loves Trump. She said, "You still believe in him?" I said, "Yeah, absolutely I do." I said, "My only, I guess, fear, if you want to call it that, is that the first time around in the first administration, Trump believed that the GOP had some righteous soul to them. They stabbed him in the back and proved that they don't. The political party, which is the Republicans, do not have any moral fiber in them. They're just permanent Washington, just like the left is. And they stabbed him in the back, and he saw firsthand that you couldn't trust him. And now he's got nothing to lose, and so he's coming in and he's burning the whole thing down. My fear is that he gets so wild and crazy that like the wrong thing gets burned, right? Mm-hmm. But I have to trust the man knows what he's doing and has the right people around him. He's got some smart people around him this time. And I'm not saying the people he had last time were not smart.
Oh no, they were dipshits. Let's just be. I'm sorry,
evil.
They were. And I think that is the biggest difference between 2016 Trump and 2025 Trump. Is there is no olive branch this time. There is no, hey, I'm gonna put your person in this place, in this position. I'm gonna allow your person to put no. If you're not MAGA, if you're not America first, if you're not make America great, if you're not on my side and you're not with my agenda 100%, I don't need you. I don't want you in my administration and my cabinet. I don't want you near me. That's the difference. And that's where I think he made the mistake in 2016 was he had all these rooster fish, mouth breathing, forgetting to blink and breathe people around him, convincing him that, certain things you need to do and don't do. And he's just like, now he's going full scorched earth,
Yeah, and I'm down with it.
I mean, I really genuinely thought that Mad Dog Maddox was going to be a good choice for SecDef, and we saw how that turned out. I mean, that was a catastrophe.
I heard something yesterday. Hold on, sorry, Chad.
No,
I heard something yesterday.
Shoot, T.
I heard something yesterday on talk radio with a gentleman. He was like, "I love it how all these people are protesting out there, all these people who can't pay off their student loans, but they're protesting the Trump administration trying to level the playing field with the whole world about all the tariffs. And I was like, when did all these people turn into expert, economic people out here? But they can't pay off their loans. They can't pay off the credit card bills. They can't pay.
Fantastic point, Tony. My thing is, when did these socialists become such capitalists? I mean, when suddenly did they start believing in this free market? And more importantly, when did they start caring so much about global trade? I mean, they just heard that their they just heard that their stuff was going to get. I'm pretty fired up about all of this. Like, they just heard that their stuff. Sometimes I forget I'm not on my show. There it is. I don't apologize, but whatever. I just forget that these people, suddenly they just care about their stuff being more expensive. That their Chinese-made, Uyghur slave-created, child labor, sweat farm and factory Nike shoes are going to go up 20%. That's what they care about.
Yeah, and then you have idiots like Brian Krasenstein and Ed, the Wonder Twins, the little micro mini pimps, going out spreading out misinformation, talking about like companies. I saw the post this morning that Fabletics, Fabletics is charging a tariff charge on all of their stuff. I literally went to Fabletics this morning, tried to purchase 2 shorts, not a tariff thing in sight. So, I mean, they're just placating. They're just trying to scare the American people. And the scariest part about it is none of these rooster-fish, mouth-breathing, rock with lips are willing to do.
What is a rooster-fish?
I can't explain it on the Dear America show. I'll talk to you after. The rooster-fish is a word I'm allowed to use without saying what it means. But that won't go do the research. Like, people will see that, oh my God, look at this tariff receipt right here. And people will not go to the website and say, let me see if that's true or not. No, they just believe it. It took me literally 5 minutes to put 2 pairs of shorts in a cart and go, okay, where's the tariff? Oh, there ain't one. Okay, cool.
You're right, because one of the Krasenstein brothers, I believe, last night put a screenshot up there of some company that included in their breakdown. So you know how you see the price of the good and then the sales tax.
It was Fabletics.
Was that the one? And it had $44 was the tariff deal, right?
Yeah,
is that who that was?
Yeah, and I literally, while I was getting ready for this show, went and I screen recorded my thing and sent it to him, and I called him an idiot.
Yeah. Well, they're idiots.
Because he is an idiot.
But the tariff thing seems to be working. Like, again, we've talked about buy American, buy local, buy small, all this kind of stuff. Every time I've over the years having my show, whether I've got Jack Carr, who writes a new book, or Brad Thor, who writes a new book, or Nelson DeMille. I've had all these authors over the years. They're friends of mine. Nelson's gone now, but these guys, and they always say buy from local bookstores. Like, don't get on the Barnes and Noble, don't get on the Amazon. Try to do that. And now, they're like, you spend a little extra money to buy American and buy local. And now everybody's arguing for this right for their crap from China.
Exactly.
Well, it seems to be working. So the EU has said that they're ready to negotiate. The EU has said that they're ready to tariff thing. They made an announcement by their Ursula von der Leyen. That's their commissioner. She sounds like a Bond villain.
It's a very cool name.
Said she's always ready for a good deal. So apparently they're willing to go, 0 tariffs on things, the European Union?
Yeah, let's see.
We stand ready to negotiate with the United States. Indeed, we have offered 0 for 0 tariffs for industrial goods, as we have successfully done with many other trading partners, because Europe is always ready for a good deal, so we keep it on the table. But we are also prepared to respond through countermeasures and defend our interests.
Whatever.
See, that right there is why women should be in charge of all things. I told you guys in the opening monologue. Women should be in control of it all. Right there. So Ursula, she knows.
Ursula.
I don't, women with an accent disturb me, but whatever. Bibi Netanyahu announced that Israel is totally eliminating the trade deficit with the U.S. So that's interesting. So here comes the, don't talk about Israel. Shut up. I'm so sick of people. Good God. All right, play this clip with BB.
First, if I can mention tariffs, it's a subject of some interest today. I can tell you that I said to the President a very simple thing. We will eliminate the trade deficit with the United States. We intend to do it very quickly. We think it's the right thing to do. And we're going to also eliminate trade barriers, a variety of trade barriers that have been put up unnecessarily. And I think Israel can serve as a model for many countries who ought to do the same. I recognize the position of the United States. It says, we're allowing other countries to put tariffs on us, but we don't put tariffs on them. And, I'm a free trade champion, and free trade has to be fair trade. And I think that's basically the position that you have put forward, Mr. President. We are going to eliminate the tariffs, and rapidly. I had the opportunity to speak to Secretary Lutnick yesterday. We talked about how we could effect this quickly, and I hope to bring the solution very quickly. We're not talking about intentions. We're not talking about...
Okay, that's enough.
Yeah, that's enough. So that's $7 billion.
Yeah.
Let's sum it up. That's $7 billion. Now, you can like Israel, don't like Israel. I don't care. I don't like the governments of men, whether they're Israeli, Iranian, American. I don't care. They're all run by evil people. Let's just put them in a jug and shake them up, okay?
So, I said this last week. I asked this last week, why did tariffs start and what's the point of them if everybody's just charging themselves other things? Right. It had to have started somewhere where one country asked for another country for a product and that one country didn't have it. And they're like, yeah, we'll ship it over to you. But since you don't have it at all, we're going to start charging you X amount of dollars for it. But, it obviously got out of control. We showed the graph and we're getting charged, 95% from wherever the heck that was, Cambodia or wherever. That is absolutely nuts. And then what is the point of tariffs? I don't understand.
Because the government's run by criminals, dude. It's mafia. It's mob rule.
It's mafia.
And when I say
style.
mob, I mean like gangster mafia mob.
The only thing for me, Tony, because I'm not an economist. I don't understand. Honestly, I don't think anybody understands the economy because it goes up, it goes down. We don't know why. If the Lakers win the NBA Finals, the Dow goes up. If the Cowboys, win the Super Bowl, the Dow goes down. Nobody knows why it does it. Nobody knows how it does it. But the only thing, and I have racked my brain over this tariff thing for the past 2 or 3 weeks, the only thing for me, and y'all know I'm a simpleton, I put things in crayon. The only thing for me that makes sense is there was a point in our history where we were the richest, most powerful nation on earth. Now, to an extent, we're still on top in many ways. But then you had all these politicians saying, hey, we've got this surplus of money. Why don't China? Why don't you hit us for this? Hey, why don't you hit us for this percentage? Why don't you hit us for that percentage? And then we can kind of pocket some of it. And that way we make money, you make money, everybody wins until it's put us in the hole that we're in right now. That's the only thing that makes sense to me why countries are tariffing us 50-60% and we're only hitting them for 10. That's the only thing that makes sense to me.
Todd, don't you know that Trump put tariffs on 2 islands that were only inhabited by penguins? That's the big thing that everybody's talking about. They're uninhabited islands. Why would Trump put tariffs on uninhabited islands? That's how stupid Trump is. Have you seen that online? People arguing about that whole deal.
I missed that one.
First of all, it was a big argument. People have put this thing out. People have made videos about this. Eric Swalwell actually did a video last week talking about how Trump did a tariff on 2 islands that are only inhabited by penguins. What they don't understand, and this is how they spin this crap, to your points, is they're under Australian rule. And there's nothing that keeps Australia from avoiding the tariffs by saying, oh, this product originated in the Norman Island. Okay, so they could put it on the label that that's where it originated from, and then through the paperwork avoid the tariffs. So Trump literally went scorched earth on the tariffs thing, and he cannot budge on this now that he's into it. And I think he's seeing people bend the knee. So I think this is pretty solid stuff, man. I want you guys to put in the chat before we move on a yes or no, why you're in, you like the tariffs, you don't like the tariffs, yes or no. Before we move on to Jasmine Crockett.
I do know, this is what I do know. I do know that spending millions of dollars in third world countries that's not going to make a difference is epitard to a whole nother level. And I noticed it in 2004 when I was in Bakwaba, Iraq. And literally Bakwaba in Bakwaba, Iraq, in the Diyala province, when they literally gave our company, the U.S. government gave us millions of dollars to spend in the local Iraqi economy. They said, you have to spend this money in the local economy so we can try to generate revenue in their country. And I went, what in the hell are we doing? Because if we build a school, they'd blow it up. If we built a bridge, they'd blow it up. Like, what the hell are we doing?
You remember back in the 80s? Go ahead, Tony. I was
going to say, this is just corruption at its worst over here. Because I mean, you think about all of the companies out there. I'm just talking about the federal governments out there, you know, because we all know that all the governments, they're making money off of their own taxpayers, just like the United States is making money off of us. But think of stuff like hospitals, for instance. You know, they charge you $1,000 for a bedpan, and they get funding from all their donors and all the, you know, their federal funding. But if they don't charge that money, if they don't use up that money, they're not going to get that money at the end of the year. So they have to spend it. And it's the same way with schools. You know, the schools that they have a certain amount of federal money that they get. If they don't get it, they're not gonna. If they don't spend it, they're not gonna get it next year. So they're just it's a trickle down effect. It's a domino effect where all the taxpayers are getting effed at the end because we are the ones paying for all this stuff. In essence, we're it's all us. All that's all our money.
See, I just laugh because I think about the old 80s comedy sketch of, or the comedy bit that Sam Kinison used to do, to your point, Todd, where he said, you know, you starving in Ethiopia? He said, come here, let me show you this. Let me show you see what this is. He said, move to where the food is. You see what this is? This is sand. You know what it was 100 years ago? It was sand. You know what it's going to be 100 years from now? It's going to be sand. Like that's always been the same way. You can pump all the money into it you want to, but it's still going to be a freaking third world country because you got third world people running it.
Well, I can tell you now, they are cutting a lot of waste right now, and apparently just a little bit of insider, because I had a friend of mine who handles a lot of books and stuff for his unit, his battalion in the Marine Corps, and he said their budget this year got cut by hundreds of thousands of dollars. Hundreds of thousands of dollars. As I mean, you know, whether that's a good thing or a bad thing, we'll see. But I'm telling you, I've said it before. I'll say it again. Once Doge gets in the DOD, all hell is going to break loose.
Let's talk about American financing real quick before we got another story to get to on this segment. But let's, you know, everybody listen. We got prices that are going high. You know, everybody's worried about the tariffs and the inflation, and they're looking at the stock market and they're panicking. Listen, there's a lot of people that are out there relying on credit cards to cover the gaps in their personal economy, and the credit card debt skyrocketing. It's leaving a lot of people stressed out. So if you're one of those people, but you're a homeowner, you have a mortgage, listen, you don't have to face this uncertainty alone. Call my folks over at American Financing. They'll help you take control. They can help you access the equity in your home and help you pay down that high interest card debt. They'll give you peace of mind, real savings. On average, people like you are saving $800 a month. So they work on salary, not commission, so you can trust them. They're not going to upsell you on something or give you something you don't need. They might be able to close your loan in as little as 10 days. So don't let the chaos of the economy get the best of you. Call American Financing right now. You can call them at 888-675-4090. That's 888-675-4090. You can visit them at AmericanFinancing.net/Chad. But check them out. Give them a call. Talk to them on the phone. They're great people. They share your values. Trust me, they are great folks. I've talked to them on the phone numerous times. Good friends. 888-675-4090. Disclaimer, NMLS 182334, NMLSconsumeraccess.org. All right, Jasmine Crockett. She's the gift that just keeps on giving, ain't she? I mean, women ought to be in charge, y'all. I'm just telling you. People are like, what's with the anti-woman thing? Well, I'm not anti-woman. I love women. I just, I think they should be in charge. Jasmine Crockett comes out with possibly, arguably, the most racist thing she said thus far.
Said.
Which is hard to qualify, because she's really said some racist stuff, y'all. Let's play that clip, Toddy.
So I had to go around the country and educate people about what immigrants do for this country, or the fact that we are a country of immigrants.
Right.
The fact is, ain't none of y'all trying to go and farm right now.
None of y'all.
Okay, so I'm lying. Raise your hands.
None of y'all.
You're not.
You not.
We done picking cotton.
We done.
We are. You can't pay us enough to find a plantation.
I know that's right.
Well, a plantation by any other name is just a farm.
Yeah, and you know what? I take a massive offense to that, especially to where I live. I have several like family friends, several friends, family members that's how they make a living.
Yeah.
Is they farm. And I mean, I'm in Mississippi. This is where the cotton is.
Yeah.
This is the most racist piece of trash. And she's at a church, for God's sakes. She's at a church, people. She's at a church.
Yeah.
Spewing this racial hatred. I man, Texas, y'all need to get y'all stuff together, like for real. Chad, you need to fix this.
Okay, I'm trying, man, but every time I say something about it, I'm like, you know what, I've just given up. Just let the women be in charge. I'm not sure what this person is. Like, again, I was just in Ordway, Colorado with a bunch of farmers and ranchers 2 weeks ago. I was in Kansas this weekend with a lot of ranchers and farmers. This topic of racism never popped up. It just never did. You know what I did do is I thanked them for keeping America running, keeping America fed, working their butts off to keep their own head above water, keep their families afloat, but to boost this economy by doing what I consider to be, in this day and age, a thankless job, because most people think their beef comes from Kroger or the Publix or the H-E-B or wherever Piggly Wiggly you go into. They don't even think about the blood, sweat, and tears and the money and the foreclosures and the loans and the banks and the deal they got to, and the generational stuff. I mean, you got kids that are 12 years old getting out of school and going to work back on the farm, and for her to sit there and denigrate and degrade and make that a racist thing and boil it down to slaves picking cotton. Honey, you ain't got a single callus on your manicured finger, all right? You went to a $35,000 a year private school, born in St. Louis, came to Dallas. You're a grifter. You're a piece of trash. You're not hood. You try to make everybody think you're a thug. Drop a few of those F-bombs that you do while you're sitting on the chair in Congress or there in the church. See, let's see how it goes over. But I got a feeling they probably wouldn't have a problem with it, because the black church is just as much as fault as she is in continuing to propagate and pander to this garbage.
Yeah, and let's be real. Like, think about the statement that she just made. It was the Democratic Party that started slavery, the Ku Klux Klan, and all of that to begin with. It was Democrat plantation owners that started the Civil War, that did not want to give up their slaves. And what is this rooster fish trying to do? She wants immigrants, illegals, to come into this country to pick cotton and be slaves. Like, so, I mean, hello?
Yeah.
I will not do that. Not me. Not me. Literally, I'm sorry. I know a lot, many black people, but the black community is the one, is the black community is the community that's keeping racism alive. I mean, the Latin community, they're hardworking. They make good food. They like to drink, but they never complain about work. The Asians, they're just quiet. They're always, opening up new businesses and doing all that. The white people are usually defending themselves from all the racism that the black community keeps spouting about. I mean, nobody ever just comes out and tells the black community, you guys just need to shut the hell up and get to work. Yeah. I was like, just get to work and stop all this reparation stuff. None of that stuff. Nobody's even alive anymore of any of that slave owners, plantations, and anything. They keep bringing this stuff up. Nope. I mean, it's time to move on, get to work, and try to live the American dream, and just be quiet and get to work, dude. That's it.
And I'm still trying to figure out when the Asian community is going to weigh in on this. I mean, the most educated and financially well-off people in the demographic in America. I'm still trying to figure out when the Asians are going to weigh in on all this racism. So she can shut up. And you know what? Again, you this confirmation bias that these people are doing to try to bolster her and boost her up and try to make her right. Again, I go back to the whole what she said to Charlemagne about we got skin folk that ain't kin folk. Listen, you're going to keep propagating this separation, and I promise you, honey, it will bite you in the rooster fish. And you know what? Nobody wants to hear this garbage. Look at Michelle Obama. Ooh. Michelle Obama's podcast. Now, this thing, and the only reason that podcast went to the top like the first week, it was terrible. It was dismal, and people like us kept talking about it, and so people went and listened to it, and it went up to 353,000 views, or 335,000 views in the first episode, which honestly, for a first lady having a podcast, is not that many views. It's really not. But now she's down to 63,000 in 6 episodes. I mean, we'll you guys know that right here on this Rumble page, just this one page, we'll do more than that by noon, right? And I mean, ain't no first lady here.
63,000. Look.
Well, if Michelle wanted to come on, she'd be just one of the guys. So why not? Let's bring her on.
Have y'all listened to like a single word of that podcast? Anybody? I mean,
not a
clip. I'd love to know somebody in the chat.
Not a word.
Not a single word. But anyway, so the Dodgers, the Los Angeles Dodgers, which again, the Dodgers, I think they'll probably win the World Series again this year, maybe. But
yeah,
that's where my money is. They ticked me off last year when they keep having these women of these whatever sisters of indulgence with the pride stuff and all this, and the Dodgers were showing out with all that. But again, the Los Angeles Dodgers went to the White House, and Trump. Play this clip. Play a little bit of it here. I like this. This is a good look.
You showed America that it's not about individual glory. It's about the team digging deep and sprinting right through first base.
I think it's probably good.
Don't you get no dust on that trophy.
One.
Shohei
Ohtani, baby. Any Dodgers fans in the chat? Let me hear from you if you are.
Right here, brother. Right here.
You are?
Oh, heck yeah, dude. I used to go to Dodger games when I was younger. My not to be stereotypical, but one of my uncles used to work at the Great Western Forum, and he used to be the parking attendant, and they used to give him tickets to go to the Dodger games, the Angel games when they were in Anaheim. So yeah, he used to take us every now and then. He'd get tickets and we'd go check him out. I saw Oral Hershiser pitch when he was a rookie.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah.
Yep.
That's cool.
Big Dodger fan.
Yeah. Play this clip right here.
Mr. President, we have a gift for you as well.
They give him the jersey with 47 on it, which is pretty cool.
Oh, I like that.
Oh, I like that. Yeah. Nice. Oh, they got to move everything. Got to move the presidential seal. All right, that's enough of that. Let's go on to the Trump. This was a funny clip
this was
yesterday.
Hilarious.
Trump's he's giving his little speech in front of the Dodgers. Play this clip right here.
Congratulations, Brian. And others, we have a couple of senators here. I just don't particularly like them, so I won't introduce. Over the course of this amazing season, the members of this team.
I didn't think it was
that big a deal, actually.
I didn't think that was that big of a deal.
Over the course of this amazing season.
But dude, I mean, he's just the ultimate troll. But just,
He
I mean,
is.
dude, listen. That is between him and JD Vance. That is just a normal dude that you can sit down, have a conversation with, and I mean, you could try to have a conversation with Biden, but you'd get the, and by the time Kamala opened her mouth, she'd be so drunk she'd probably fall off the bar stool.
You'd have to hear about Corn Pop that ran a gang of bad boys and how he busted his razor on the curb and left it in a rain barrel to rust up.
Yeah,
but anyway.
Yeah. And this was pretty funny too. This is Max Muncy.
Right. And Max Muncy, I want to congratulate Max. Max. Come here, Max. His arms are very strong when I touch them. I'm used to shaking politicians and hitting their arm, and it's like Jell-O. And now it's like steel, all these guys. But
he's
That's
just
funny.
a normal dude.
But what's funny is he's like a dude who just goes up and smacks him on. You remember Joe Biden was like rubbing the guy. Like,
Yeah.
Got two
biting,
hands involved.
and biting babies' feet and stuff like that. Just freaking weirdo.
And then, of course, Otani's in the Oval Office there. They got the Trump 47 jersey on the desk, and he gifts him with the I don't know if you guys know this, but 5 weeks ago, Thursday, I was in the Oval Office. I was right there.
Oh, you
And
were? Oh.
Trump gave me the exact same coin that he gives Shohei Ohtani. I'd love to be that guy who's making all these coins because he's getting rich.
You ain't lying, dude.
Trump's giving away a lot of coins.
Boy, what an athlete.
And by the way, there's nothing in the drawers of that desk except those coins. He gives a whole bunch of them.
Are those coins made out of gold?
Well, you know what?
Take a picture by the Declaration.
Y'all, you know what? Carry the show for 30 seconds. I'll be right back.
But
He's
I
great.
just
You got this
he
time,
goes,
Tony?
Yeah, I got
I'll be
it.
right back.
He goes and he takes a picture. Like he's like, hey, why don't you just go take a picture with the Declaration of Independence? And I mean, right there,
That is cool, man.
that dude, that's freaking
so-
awesome.
Yep.
And I hate that that Chad is going to miss this next clip. But I found this morning. Not everybody.
Oh, yeah.
Not everybody was happy that the Dodgers went to the White House. Not everybody was excited. And I have to mute this clip because there are more F-bombs in this clip than a Tupac video. But so, yeah, just this lady goes crazy. Check this out.
Oh, I hate the Dodgers.
Like,
Oh, my God. Yeah, it's a good thing she's muted.
rips the dog's shirt off.
Yeah, I mean, why did she do that to her dog? Her poor dog just sitting there, just
I know.
eating his
Just-
little doggy treats, and all of a sudden, like, take the shirt off.
I mean, dude, she's saying the F word every other word, beating herself over the head with a
Put some
Monopoly.
CLC.
I mean,
Put some CLC in
hold
the
on, hold on.
chat.
Get the rest of that shirt off, girl. Get it on.
You know what? They should go. The Dodgers, man, if that gets women naked, maybe they'll. Never mind.
What cracks me up is well, number one, she's freaking out, destroying her own property, her jersey, all that stuff costs money, man. It's just she's doing nothing but hurting herself because it's not like the Dodgers are gonna see this. It's like, oh my gosh, this person is freaking out. We better not go to the White House.
Total insanity.
And it's just it's idiotic because I mean I've said it before. I'm not an Obama fan. I'm not a Biden fan. I'm not but to be invited to the White House to go meet the president of the United States, you respect the office, you know, and even if you don't respect the person that's in there, it's a privilege to go over there, man. As an American citizen, you get invited to go over there. It's hard to say no. I mean, yeah, go to the White House, get a personal tour of the Oval Office. Heck yeah.
Like all you did was just tear up about $250 worth of merchandise. Like that's all you did. All right, Chad, go ahead.
There it is, boys, right there. Look at that coin. That's the same one Shohei got right there. That's the one, Daddy. That's the coin. Leave it to Trump to have something. And this thing weighs like a pound. I mean, this is like a Plinko thing on Price is Right. You know, if you guys ever watch that on your sick days from school. This is a heavy coin, dude. Leave it to Trump to do a challenge coin that's 4 inches long. I've had people who say this is photoshopped. Whatever. Whatever, loser. See you.
Hey, look, let me tell you. Trust me when I tell you. When you come to Hattiesburg, bring that coin with you, and I will show you how to use it.
Oh God.
Is it going to be a game of like huge shots? You know,
it's a challenge coin. It's a tradition in the military that
I know how challenge coins work.
Yeah, it's a challenge coin. For Tony and the rest of the chat that don't know, if you're in the military and you go to a bar or whatever, and you know a member of the military lays down a coin in front of you, and they have their coin, and you lay your coin, whoever has the highest rank, the other person has to buy. So take the coin with you. You think I'm carrying
this thing around in my pocket? Are you kidding me? It's like a third testy.
You would get free drinks the whole time you were there, bro. So challenge coin, or send it to me and I'll do it.
Nope.
Listen, Chad.
Yeah.
I love you, but every time you bring out the whole I was at the White House and you were showing pictures and everything, I hate you. Because obviously we can't, you know, we haven't experienced all that. How many people in the live chat hate Chad also for rubbing it in our face? What a douche. Yeah. He's over here like, oh, look at me. I was over here. I was like, oh, I'm Chad Prather.
I know. I'm going to redirect ChadPratherSucks.com to my website
Exactly.
here in just a little while.
There you go.
Say the name
I'll do
of
it
that
before
town.
the end of the episode.
Health coach Josh, the name of the town is Hattiesburg.
Hattiesburg. I'll be there next week. Hattiesburg. That's actually
Hattiesburg, baby.
Yeah, my late paternal grandfather, he was a sharecropper. He's one of those racist people that did farming and picked cotton down there before he migrated over to South Carolina, became an engineer, was an Army Corps of Engineer. If you notice right here, I got that Army Corps of Engineer tattoo right there because my dad was too. SCOTUS rules in favor of Trump's usage of the Alien Enemies Act of 1798. Now, it's interesting. It's a 5-4 vote. Guess who voted for it? Guess who voted against it? It was all men justices that voted for it. And it was all women that voted against it. Now, what I've said tongue-in-cheek and sarcastically over and over again in this episode is that women should be in charge. This right here is a perfect example of why I don't believe, and you can be mad at me, I love women. I love women fine. I think women are powerful, strong beings. God created them with amazing purpose, amazing dignity, and amazing strength. Women can do things that I can't do and things that I don't want to do, things that I'm not designed to do, and I'm not going to try to do. And I'm not jealous about it. But I just don't think women should be in this position. I just don't think women should be in this position. You can disagree with me in the chat. I'd love for you to. I'd love to hear your point, but I just don't think these are decisions that women are designed by God to be making. And because they come with an emotional aspect to these decisions that men don't have. When you're talking about siding with MS-13 and Trinidad gang members being deported, all on the idea that it somehow hurts their feelings. Do you know what these Trinidad guys would do to any one of these female justices? These women voted for these people to be brought back into our country. They're already here illegally. They're criminals. They're gang members. They're murderers and rapists. They're the people Trump was referring to years ago when he got misaligned and misquoted. Because Trump didn't say that about immigrants.
Are.
But you got Amy Coney Barrett, who I could just say strong things about. You got Elena Kagan, you got Ketanji Brown, Jackson Brown, and you got the Sotomayor I got him out of Sotomayor's next to in between Jackson Brown, but whatever. I don't even know her freaking name.
Yeah. Well, this goes back to what I said yesterday on my show. Is you've got these people in this country that are making policy like Raskin at the hands-off thing, saying if you've got the funding to deport them, then you've got the money to bring them back. And then you've got these four ladies right here saying, siding against Trump. And it's all because you have grown up and lived your entire life in this little American bubble where nothing ever goes wrong, where everything's fine, and you haven't been outside. You have never been to a third world country, all right, where they don't value life like your little American bubble, where slitting your throat is like eating a Snickers bar. And I'm not saying that to be funny. I'm telling you that to be serious. They have no value for life. They use children as bombs. Okay, and so that's why you have these decisions,
right?
And you have these idiotic, stupid people that have no life experience whatsoever making these decisions because they live in their little bitty perfect bubble.
That's a great point. That's a great point, Todd. Obviously, these women have never been to a third world country. Heck, third world country, go across the border to Mexico. I mean, you're over there, and the cartels, like you just said, Todd, they're decapitating people. They're slitting people's throats. They're chopping body parts off. If any of these justices were to go over there without any Secret Service protection, all by themselves, and go off of not any resort, not somewhere where all the tourists are, go somewhere where you're not supposed to be, they will get a slap in the face with the reality of the real world here. That's where the criminals are coming from. That's where all the murderers and rapists, and these people voted to keep those people in here or let them be in our country. All those people who are super dangerous. We're not talking about the people who want a better life for themselves. Still they have to do it legally, but they voted to keep all those dangerous criminals in here. These people are out of touch of what is best for our country here, and I don't know what to do with them. I mean, they're in the Supreme Court. What do we do with them?
No, there's nothing you can do, and
they shouldn't be there.
They shouldn't be. And I'm telling you right now, all right, and I'm not saying this to be funny, I'm saying this to be serious. Trendy Agua would take any one of these four women right here and sell them into a sex trafficking ring for a Snickers and a box of Milk Duds. Like, that's how much they value life, period.
And don't forget, Ketanji Brown Jackson in her confirmation hearings refused to define what a woman is. She said she's not a biologist. Well, let me tell you something. MS-13 will show you what a woman is.
They sure will, buddy.
They'll be more than happy to do it. Listen, I'm sorry. The answer is no. The answer is no. I don't care who gets mad at me, and I can prove it. I can prove it biologically, historically, factually. Women are not cut out to be in those positions of power. They're not. Look at this. Look at the little stare she gives, her little deal to Trump, her little cutting eyes. Listen, they're too emotional. They're too sensitive. They're too nurturing. And the thing about women, that's a strength for them. But in certain positions, that's a weakness for them. Now, I know there are going to be people who say, but not all women. Shut up with stop with all the all things stereotyping. Not all black churches are bad. Not all black preachers are. We know that. I'm telling you, in general, stereotypes exist because they're built in truth. Now, I'm not saying men get it right all the time either. They don't. But dadgum, when you're sitting there basing this stuff off of this kind of crap, no. I don't want a female president. Mm-hmm. I don't. I think it's out of the. I don't think it's according to God's order. How about that? You want to get biblical about it?
Ooh.
It's not according to God's order.
Ooh.
It's not.
We can do a whole show on that.
Not the way God designed people to function. It's just not. Now, we live in a fallen world, and therefore we do a lot of fallen things. But again, Amy Coney Barrett, this is a tweet right here, and I don't care who gets mad at me about that. Bring it. We'll jump in Genesis chapter 1 and 2 and prove it to you. Amy Coney Barrett, Mitch McConnell, Plant, of course, voted with the liberals to block President Trump from deporting violent Trinidad gang members. Golly, man. See, this is the thing that I'm talking about. Trump thought in his first term, the GOP, he thought he could trust some of these people.
Yeah. Yeah. And that was the mistake that he made in 2016. And it's still biting him in the ass right now. But fortunately, they did side, and he can use the the Alien Enemies Act to continue to do what he's doing. So the bald-headed judge that looked like Gargamel from the Smurfs can suck it. We're gonna keep sending them back to where they came from, like it or not.
And I see some people talking about women voting. Let me just tell you what our founding fathers said. Our founding fathers said, if you don't own property, you don't vote. Our founding father said, if you don't own property, you don't vote. And they also said that one household got a vote. That's what our founding fathers believed. So, you go back to stuff, and let me tell you, they understood a whole lot. They weren't ruled by emotion, like our generation. That men and women both. We were ruled by emotion. It disgusts me. What else where are we at? I'm lost. I'm so fired up.
We're at the funny stuff now.
How in the world, Todd and Tony, how in the world would you vote to bring gang members back?
Because, listen, it's just like me and Graham said in November prior to the election. We said, man, we didn't just say it in November. We said it in freaking July, August, September, October. You can't make any decision based on emotion. Like, you're always going to go wrong there. You can't make decision based on emotion. You make your decision based on logic and biblical principles. When it came to the election, it was really simple. It was logic and biblical principles. And I've said it, and Graham has said it, Chad has said it, Tony has said it. You cannot be a Christian and be a Democrat. You cannot claim to be a Christian and be a Democrat. Those two are oil and water. They don't mix. There is nowhere in the Bible where there is a man pregnant emoji. There's nowhere in the Bible that says men can menstruate. There is nowhere in the Bible that says it's okay to murder children. There's nowhere in the Bible that says a congresswoman can go to a kindergarten class and read a book on transgenderism. There is nowhere in the Bible that says men should be competing in women's sports. There's nowhere in the Bible that says any of these principles that the Democratic Party are standing on. Now, I understand Trump has made his mistakes. He's made his boo-boos. He was a womanizer. He's cheated. He's committed adultery. But there is a difference between sin and principle. And yes, Donald Trump has committed sin. I have committed sin. Chad has committed sin. Tony has committed sin. We all have committed sin. But what the Democrat Party is doing is they're standing on a principle. And is a principle of sin. Therefore, you cannot be a Bible-believing Christian and stand on the principles of sin. Those two do not match.
Yeah.
Good point. Yeah. Good point there, Tom.
Yeah, that's a good point right there. Yeah. Hey, let me tell you something. Christianity dignifies women more than any other religion in the world. So let's just be real clear about that. When Jesus rose from the dead, his first appearance was to a woman. So that would never happen in first century Middle East. That would never happen. So the testimony of the gospel dignifies women more than any other religion that's out there. So again, I'm not saying women don't have a place. Women don't have a place of dignity and honor and authority and all of these things. But again, I'm just saying, you're right, Todd. You can't murder babies. You can't murder 75 million babies over the last 50 years and claim to be a Christian.
Mm-hmm.
You can't.
Oh my God!
Hey, talk about Graham. I'm gonna give a shout out to Graham. He's in the live chat.
He is in the chat.
Is he though? Is it the real Graham Allen?
Well, the real Graham Allen, please stand
Pop
up.
a little GA in the chat. Let's go.
Will the
real Graham Allen please stand up?
Will the real Graham Allen scream for us? Oh my God! Do a little GA, do a little GA, do a little dance, make a little love. Wheel of Fortune. This was fantastic. Sarah Gonzalez sent me this clip last night, and I love the Indiana Hoochers. Put this clip up here.
It's so
I
funny.
mean, brother, all you had to do, man, is first of all, you wearing an Indiana sweater. All you had to do was solve the puzzle, bro.
It's really not that. I mean, it's just.
Can I say, guys? Not all men should be in leadership either.
I'm telling you.
Play this clip.
L. Yeah, 4 L's. Pick that up, turn it over. Lay it down right over that London trip down there. 650.
Y.
There's a Y.
Now stop!
Gotta keep going.
500.
G.
1 G.
He doesn't know. That's what he's spinning.
700.
C.
Yeah, there are 2 C's. Wow.
He's still spinning. You couldn't solve it.
Okay.
Can I solve?
Oh, well, that'd be a good idea, yeah.
Mythological hero Achilles.
Achilles.
You can't accept that.
Okay.
I can't accept it.
Shelby.
I'll solve.
Yeah.
Mythological hero Achilles.
Yeah, that's it.
Achilles.
Oh boy, well, when it comes to names,
Look at his
You
face.
are the dumbest person on earth. Oh my.
Achilles.
Man,
Man, you know
I want to
what?
hear it again. Hang on, I want to hear it again.
That's what happens when you
Mythological
Hold
hero Achilles.
Hero Achilles.
Achilles. This is what happens when you go to school and you take sociology and basket weaving and gender studies, and I'd love to know what this guy majors in.
Oh my gosh, dude! I feel
Achilles.
Achilles.
As much as I want to make fun of him, I feel so bad for him. You know he's gonna get ridiculed for the rest of his life, dude.
I hope
for
he does.
Being the guy that missed out on $1 million for saying Achilles.
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 I mean, come on.
All right, so for this next clip,
And if
all right,
anybody's ever seen the Wheel of Fortune, South Park. Oh. Anyway.
disclaimer for all of us: neither Chad nor me nor Tony put this next clip in the chat. None of us put this in the chat, but this is for you guys, and the caption is "Name this band."
Play.
I really don't want to play it, but here we go.
Somewhere over the rainbow. I think that's the actual baby that was swimming for that dollar in the pool on the front of the Nirvana album. Anybody else feel like they're on Gulliver's Travels? Name that band. The Lilliputians. Right there.
Oh man.
Man, you know, every time I listen to them, I feel happy, and then I feel sleepy, and then I feel grumpy, and then I feel a little dopey.
I gotta, I mean, just
Yeah,
just
that
go
would be
ahead
awesome if they came out and they were like, "Whistle while you work."
We represent.
Apparently, there's a lot of gayness in Florida. Look at this thing right here. The sheriff's department has a Cybertruck.
How you put gangster music to a Cybertruck? Like, come on, man.
Open it up and a bunch of little midgets run out from the band. Yeah,
Dude, the drone is more bad at than the drone is cool. Look, I've been inside a Cybertruck one time. Now the interior of those things are freaking amazing, but that is the ugliest vehicle man has ever created. Like, I'm sorry. It is hideous looking.
Where do we go to a micro rock concert? Tuesday night. Tuesday is tax day. Let me just make a little announcement. Tuesday is tax day. After Megan's show, Tony, Todd, Party Foul Steve, Megan, and some other players to be named later, we're going to have a comedy night. We're going to have a fun night. We're going to play funny reels. We'll put it on my Rumble, Todd's Rumble. But that evening, little late night entertainment. If you want to join us, put it out, because after it's tax day, April 15th. That's Tuesday night. that evening, probably around 9 o'clock, I guess, we're going to play the funniest reels we can find on the internet. And so make your plans now to join us Tuesday night. We're going to do that.
And if you're easily offended, you might not want to show up.
We should have a contest and see who could come up with the funniest reel and let the live chat vote.
That'll be good.
That'll work. That'll work. Yeah. Do not censor though. Don't worry.
we're gonna put it on my channel in time. We're gonna be, we're not gonna be crazy, but we're gonna have a good time. We're gonna have fun. But I've said forever we should have a time where we get silly and play some funny reels. So we'll do that over on my channel.
And that is Graham. Graham said yes, I am in the chat.
Yeah, but Graham's been known to lie. Of course, imposter Graham would tell us it's really him. I mean, just like the people that try to scam you that say I'm the official Chad Prather Chat fan Facebook page.
Yeah.
And the profile picture is a blue check mark.
Yeah, Graham's in the chat. So is the Prince of Nigeria. Whatever.
Yeah, we love you. We love you, little GA, little Graham Allen. Oh, hi. Look at you guys. 13,000 people watching on the Dear America Rumble channel. We appreciate that.
Dude, we have 16,000 all across all platforms, but we only have 700 likes, people. Come on.
What's the deal, man?
Come on, man.
What's the deal? And you think we want to take your money with the super chat?
Hey, ¿qué pasa, por favor? Ponle los likes aquí. ¿Qué está pasando, por favor?
See?
What he said.
Exactly.
The lights out. It's contagious. Little people, they're in cages.
Are you kidding me? Dude. What is wrong with you, Chad?
So many things. So many things. I bet that audience looked like somebody kicked an anthill. All right. Well, I'm not praying.
No, you absolutely need to
pray.
It's like
Tony called everybody morons, and then he had to repent mid-prayer.
Mid-prayer, repent. Mid-prayer.
I love it. You guys are fun. Thank you for participating in the chat. We're not done here. Keep on driving that number up there. Drive it up there. Drive it up there. Get some people on this thing. Let's see. Did we get over it? We're at 808 on the likes. Come on. Blow it up. Blow it up. Blow it up. Hit it up. Little American flag in the chat. And then, you know what, Todd? I think you're probably the only sanctified one amongst us at this moment.
That's amazing.
I know. You know what? God has a sense of humor. Ephesians 1 says that blessed be the God and Father of our Lord Jesus Christ, who has blessed us with every spiritual blessing in the heavenly realms in Christ Jesus. That phrase there, blessed, means a happy God. He's a happy God. He didn't get up on the wrong side of the bed today. He's not moody. You know what I mean? He is a happy God. So you know what? It's okay to laugh. It's okay to laugh. Have a good time. Even at somebody else's expense. What's up? All right, here we go. Todd, pray for us, brother.
Let's do it. Father, we just thank you for a good week thus far. Father, I just ask that you keep everybody safe, free from harm. All the rain that's coming through the southern part of this country, flooding it. Lord, I just ask that you keep everybody protected, keep everybody's homes protected. Father, we love you. We thank you for everything that you do, but most importantly, we thank you for your love, your grace, and your mercy that is fresh and new for us every single day. We thank you for your promise that if we repent, that if we ask forgiveness of our sins, that you tell us that you will cast our sin as far as the east is from the west, and you will never bring it back up again. We thank you for being a loving God. We thank you for being a forgiving God. And Father, if there is an individual out there right now that has a need, whether it's marital, financial, problems with their children, whatever that problem is, if it's addiction, if it's alcohol, drugs, whatever, I ask that you go to those individuals, you give them courage, you give them strength, and you give them the endurance to overcome whatever ailments that is presented in front of them. And Father, most importantly, if there is somebody that does not know you, that has never met you, that does not have a relationship with you, if they feel that tug and that hole that is in their soul, Father, go to those people. Send one of your stewards to those people and reveal yourself to them. Reveal yourself that you are a loving God, that you are a trusting Father, and and welcome them with open arms. Father, we love you. We thank you for everything that you do for us. And all God's people said,
Amen.
How is it that people don't know how to go down and just hit that little thumbs up button?
I don't know.
I mean, just go hit the thumbs up button.
Just hit this button.
You would think there'd be like 5,000.
It looks like this. Just go.
I don't understand.
That's all you got to do. All right. From Jennifer Mitz, just read the Bible and see what happens when women. Just read the Bible and see what happens when women are in charge. Yeah, they get thrown out of windows.
You go read. No, seriously though, you go read like the Book of Judges when God raised up Diana. The reason God raised up women in situations like that is because there were no men. There were no men, and God raised up women because there was a void of men, and He raised up women into a place of leadership. God was looking for men. He couldn't find them. That's the whole point of the Book of Judges. It was like barbarian rule, you know. She was a bad chick, though. Go read about that. And again, it's not, I don't have to qualify it. I'm just saying.
There you go. Graham Allen official. TikTok.
There must be something coming. TikTok.
And don't ask because we don't know.
We don't have a clue.
we don't know.
We just know Graham well enough to know that something's coming.
Yeah,
he says TikTok,
that's all
TikTok.
we know as much
That
as
dude
you
just
do.
gave himself $5.
NZAB09. Why is it Democrats can talk politics in church, but Republicans are scared to? Churches hide behind losing their 503c status. If the church doesn't stand up, we don't have a chance versus evil. You're absolutely right. And I'm telling you right now, I will call out a church in a freaking heartbeat if I'm there for preaching that type of nonsense in a heartbeat. Yeah, I'm that dude. The Wolfman, great job for Trump hosting and making the Dodgers tired. My Nationals beat them in the first game of the series last night. And yes, I grew up an Expos fan living in North.
Oof.
Yeah,
that's a whole lot of problems with this statement.
Vladimir Guerrero, man. I remember that dude living in New Jersey. Go figure.
The Expos, that's a throwback right there. I haven't heard that forever.
Lie, man. Jeff Wallace, Chad's a few weeks ago, I was at the White House, is getting oddly close to this one time at band camp from American Pie.
Well,
I love you.
Well,
Chad.
funny you should say that. Something very similar happened to me, just like band camp.
Oh, Lord. Appetizer. Just need prayers. Possible cancer, but just keeps getting worse. Doctors are crap until after the fact. They even canceled all my co-op pays because the hospital messed up. Zero balance when should have been K's. Oh, man.
Dang.
Prayers to you.
Yeah,
prayers to you. Oh, here comes this Peckerwood. Punisher 541. Fun facts about the crew. Chad has never been to the Oval Office and loves Greg Abbott. Todd is a filthy hillbilly who votes for liberal teachers, and the Mojado Tony uses pesos and loves pupusas. What's a pupusa?
Papusa is Punisher's an ass. That's what that means. So,
Okay.
I'm not gonna translate that.
Yeah, son of David, to put it to bed, God took the form of man. Enough said. Okay. Oh, and here's another one. TikTok.
Now he gave himself $15.
$15 to Graham. Needs to make a donation to the Todd Spears Make-A-Wish Foundation, the way he needs to do. Casey13, I do not want to see a woman president. I do not understand why these women would want rapists and murderers to stay in America. Common sense isn't common anymore. These women need help. That's why I say good sense, because it ain't common anymore. NZAB, explain how the Republicans miss more than they hit on Supreme Court justices. If you look back throughout history, they always get screwed. However, the Democrats always are in lockstep. They never waver. That's because they pay them. They give them money. I guarantee it. Big difference. From Grain Bunny, 1 Timothy 2:11 through 15. Yep. Appetizer. Women and men have different roles. As a woman, think feminist movement killed family unit. Now broken home moms that are generational welfare rats. Not me. I'm too emotional for red button. And there you go. Jennifer Mitz at Graham Allen Official. What is the TikTok thing you keep doing? My PS miss you bunches. Don't ask us because seriously,
I'll
we have
tell
no
you
idea.
what the TikTok thing is. It's so you will ask questions and wonder.
Yeah, there you go. Because he likes to play those things. Cajun Lass. Chad is the Denise from Biloxi. If I come to see you in Hattiesburg where I live, you going to bring me on stage again? ?
Well, the thing about it, Denise, is I can't keep you off. We found that out in Biloxi. You just walked your drunk butt right on up there. We had a good time, didn't we, girl? It was a good time in Biloxi.
Well, don't worry. I will be there this time, and I will
help me spread. Do me a favor, guys. So that venue is super woke. I don't know why they're having us in, but they're super woke. And they're in Hattiesburg. Help us sell that show. It just proved to them. Help us promote that deal. That's 1 week from now. Go to watchchad.com. That's where the info is.
I have a plan. It's me, Samantha. I'm way too emotional to be president. I would say turn whatever country into glass the moment they step out of line.
I'm too emotional to be president.
Yeah, me too.
Like, it ain't about me. I know that I don't want that job.
Nope. I don't want any of them. And no, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it, Punisher. I'm not doing it. That's all of them, folks.
Uh-oh.
I ain't doing it.
Y'all are a mess. All right. We got a lot to do today. My show's at 2, 1 Central. Todd, you're at 3.
I'm at 3. And ladies and gentlemen, today is Taco Tuesday. So I will have this guy down here as a guest for Taco Tuesday.
Like, what?
Yeah, it's Taco Tuesday.
Oh, me? Oh, yeah, that's me. Sorry.
Tony will be joining me today at 3 o'clock.
Our well-known but unknown Mr. Producer is going to be joining me on my show today.
Ooh. Nice.
So we will do a big reveal today at 2. Mr.
Very
Producer, who is not on this show, but he used to be. He was on this show, and now he's not. He's still my Mr. Producer. The big reveal is today. And also today is a very huge day that I will reveal tomorrow what is happening today. But today is miraculously historic for me. The boys know. There's a reason Party Foul Steve is not here. He's gone to do something for me today. Yes. He's on the road. So shout out to Party Foul Steve and Sweet Tea Tony. They are doing miracles happen, folks. And I'm telling you, God spoke to me yesterday morning. And I'm telling you, the word was restoration. God is restoring things. If you're out there and you want to believe in that, claim that, just take it for yourself. I believe God's putting some things back together. You've been through some hard times. I've been through some hard times. I've been through some real hard times in the last couple of years. Let me just tell you, God's restoring some things. And I'll reveal more tomorrow morning. But I'm excited. Today's a good day.
It is.
All right, boys. Anything else?
Me and Tony will see y'all at 3.
All right. Tony? Well, before y'all go, let me just remind you guys, I'm going to be in Conroe, Texas with the band this weekend and up in Arlington, Texas. So get your tickets, watchchad.com. And then next week, we're in Jefferson, which is Louisiana, New Orleans, Louisiana, basically. And then Hattiesburg. And Hot Seat Todd's coming to that. I think Maggie Moo might come to that as well. I don't know. She's hinting around about it, so we'll see. Whatever happened to producer Royce? Never heard of him. Went up to D.C. and never came home. It's weird.
Royce
but
is just he's just impregnating. He's impregnating people. And he just left.
Just his wife. Let's see. Just his wife. Where's Royce? He got his wife pregnant. So anyway,
he's in D.C. man. He's kicking butt over there. So
all right. Hey, thank you guys for participating. Hit that like button before you get out of here. Thanks for being a part of the live chat today. Still can't break 1,000. It's fascinating to me. We're 4 away from it. Can we just hit it so we can sign off? Can we just? There's 998. There's 997. Somebody. Okay. We're really stuck at 998, people. There's 1,000. Okay, all right. Tony, say goodbye. Todd, say goodbye. You boys go.
Hasta mañana, people.
All right. I love you guys. God bless you. Thanks for tuning in. Always click like, click subscribe, share it over to your platforms. This was a fun episode. Thank you for making it that way. Go to where podcasts are offered. Leave a 5-star rating and a review for the Dear America podcast. And we got a lot of fun stuff coming up for you in the days ahead, man. Big times ahead, man. Stay optimistic. And yes, God is restoring things. In the meantime, I love you guys. Thanks for having fun with us. We're just here to have fun, guys. And it's a good time. Thank you for being a part of the Dear American family. We will talk to you later on. God bless you. Bye.